Good afternoon. I think it's just afternoon. Yes, it's 12:02. So good afternoon. This is Barbara, the East Coast Dragon Lady, coming to you after about a week or so's hiatus. Some of you that follow me on my private Facebook page will know that I was actually hospitalized last week very suddenly, and I have been recuperating since. But I did promise I would come on here today, which is Saturday, the 15th of June. At the end of this video, I have an announcement, excuse me, allergies and all that sort of stuff. So especially I'm still clearing out all of the infection that I had. So I wanted to share with all of you. I'm sure some of you have experienced this, but I certainly have not. And I pride myself of being healthy, taking care of myself. I didn't see this one coming. It happened literally probably in a 24-hour period. But I had a kidney infection, which I suddenly got so ill that I needed to go to the emergency room. And then in the emergency room, they admitted me for intravenous antibiotics for 3 days. I've just finished those, thank goodness. I don't need people to give me advice. Trust me, I know. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of good advice. I do drink a lot of water. I've increased my water intake. But thankfully, I listened. This is what I wanted to share with you. So I'd not been feeling well, just a bit off, but Thursday morning I got up and I was really off. I just felt unwell, so I decided to call out of work, and I thought I'll just spend the day resting. So Thursday, I don't know, I was in and out. I had cold chills. It wasn't hot. I was like cold. I was shivering, but I was sweating, and I kept thinking, wow, whatever this is not nice. And my whole back was in spasm. That's the only way I can describe it. My back was in spasm. I tried some medication I had for that. That didn't help. And I was sort of in and out of, like I was dozing in and out. I was seeing some very intense images, very bright colors. Fascinating because I was following all of these colors and I was sort of having a conversation sort of with myself. And then at some point I kept thinking, well, maybe I'm really sick. And then out of nowhere, and it's not a voice that I've ever heard before, it definitely was not a dragon, I heard, if you don't go to the emergency room, you're going to die. And I was like, whoa, that's a bit over the top, especially for me, because I always downplay sort of most things. And I was like, wow, yeah, if I don't go to the emergency room, I'm going to die. So I got up thinking maybe if I had some soup or something, and I promptly started throwing up. And I said to my son, I think I need to go and get checked out. I really don't think I'm well. So without saying anything, we're about 15 minutes from the local emergency room. They dropped me off, and this is what made me like nearly fall off the gurney. So the doctor came, examined me, and said they sent me for a CAT scan and some blood work and stuff. And he came in and he said, do you know, if you had not have come to the emergency room, you would have died. And I literally nearly fell off and sort of went, wow, that message wasn't messing around. If I hadn't have listened to whoever it was, definitely it was a much higher power that knew that if I didn't take care of this situation, that was what's going to happen to me. So I wanted to share that because I always listen to the message I get. And people have asked me, you're a nurse, you didn't know that you had a urine infection. I'm like, it's something, I'll just drink some more water. And it happened that quickly. I'd actually gone for some medical care. I was waiting for some blood from urine results. And within 24 hours, I was like really, really sick. So I'm really glad to be home. I'm really glad that I listened to the voice that told me what I needed to do. And the dragons have been very gentle with me. I have dragons. They told me they were circling to make sure that I was okay. But I have a green dragon that is going in to heal me, and is still working on that. He says there's still a lot of work to do, but I actually see him go in the top of my head and down, and he's working on all the area around my kidneys. So that's good to know. Other than that, I've really not had a lot of contact with the dragons. I think I know I've shared in the past that when they overwhelm me, I have to tell them to back off, because I didn't realize that. And I was sent home to rest. And I'm literally, I can sort of do one or two things a day, and that's it. I've like, all my energy was like sucked out of me. So I guess there was another learning curve there as well, which was, take some time off for yourself. I'm always good. I'm great at giving advice and telling other people what they need to do. I'm terrible at taking my own advice. So I guess that's another lesson, that I have to listen to my body and to myself. And as I'm reminded, I'm not as young as I used to be. Things take so much longer to get better. But I'm definitely, each day I'm better, each day I'm stronger. I just can't push myself too much. So that is where I am now. So this past week I was posting some dragon magic cards. I wasn't ready, and I still don't feel ready to do a whole lot of channeling. As you know, it takes a lot of energy out of you, and I need to conserve my energy. So what I wanted to share with everybody, and some of you, well, actually not many people have known that one of the things that I wanted to do this year was to do my own oracle deck. And I've been working in the background, channeling lots of messages to get an oracle deck together. And I'm excited to tell you all that it's actually it's at the printer. Well, it was at the printers on Friday, and it's now being shipped to me. I did self-publishing. I will be, actually, I'm going to do a launch of my oracle deck on Saturday, the 29th. I pushed it off a week. I was going to do it this coming weekend. So Saturday the 29th, mark your calendars, 2 p.m. USA time. I will be holding a launch party where I will reveal my deck. I will tell you what it's called. It's the Ancient Intergalactic Guardians, Dragons of the Multiverse. These were, all I can say is I'm like, wow. I actually have proofed this several times. And I was telling somebody that I was reading the booklet that goes with it. And I was like, wow, these are profound. Wow, these are awesome messages. And I'm like, what? Oh, I did those. Because I channeled the messages. When I read them, I often forget that what I've channeled. So I'm excited. I hope you are. I will be the next couple of weeks. Where are we now? I lose track of where we are. So it's the 15th. So there's 2 weeks leading up to that launch. There are some prizes for people. So if you want to pre-order a deck, I have 25, I believe, being sent from the printer. I'm taking pre-orders. I'm going to charge $25, which will include shipping. So if you're interested, email me. That's eastcoastdragonlady@gmail.com. And then I'll tell you how you can pay me. So June 29th at 2 p.m., I will be launching my oracle deck, but be on the lookout for some little teasers leading up to it. So as I'm losing my voice again, I'm going to rest. And again, all of those that have sent me their well wishes, thank you. I know there've been a lot of people out there holding space for me, sending me lots of healing. And I'm certainly feeling that as well. So again, thank you. I think oftentimes when you get really sick, it puts you in that, makes you appreciate like what you have. And I think, even though I don't class it as a near-death experience, I think I had a pre-warning. And certainly the staff, when I was in the hospital, said, oh, people lined up in ICU with what you have. So yes, just got in. I literally skid in, probably like when I die. Now, I've always said I like sliding sideways with about 5 minutes to spare. So I will also tell you that I've been told for many years that I am somebody that often looks well, even when I'm not. I remember once I had surgery and I woke up and they would say, "Oh, you look the best patient that we've seen that's just had surgery." But again, I know that I was sick. I lose my color. I am holding that energy. I am like literally working inside and out. And again, those of you that have sent my wishes, thank you. And I will be back again. Actually, I will do my usual oracle card tomorrow. So be on the lookout for next week. Okay, have a good week.